Hello fellow music nuts, it's me Cubby with another personal spin, and today we are continuing with our series in the 1001 albums you must hear before you die book. This is the version I'm using because it's the version I own. And we're into the third album that I own in the book, which is Duke Ellington Live at Newport. I don't like to be negative, but I have to say I'm not sure why this album is in here. I don't get it, apparently. It's not the best recording in the world. I happen to have the 2-disc version as well, where there's lots of talking and introductions and people blathering on about Newport and New Jersey or something, and I don't get it because it's obviously a thing for people from that area. The songs themselves, they're all right, but like nothing really catches on, and there's lots of squealing trumpet in it, really squealing. I think what they should have done is chosen a non-live album, and it probably would have sounded better because it would have been recorded better. The quality of the recording, at least on this particular version of the album, which as far as I can tell is like, the super version, isn't great, and the bass is there but it's not great. Everything just sounds really muddled and I can't make sense of it. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but of all the jazz albums they could have chosen from this period, I'm not sure why they chose this one. That's also something I'd like to address with the whole book, really. There's a distinct lack of like jazz. They've got a lot of samba and like Brazilian jazz, but there's no like hard bop or bop or anything like that in it, really. I was a bit surprised at that. There's no like Sonny Rollins or anything like that. It's Miles Davis is in there, and Charles Mingus has got one album, but that's it. Anyway, back to this album. There are good moments in it. I quite like the end track, partly because it's the end, but also because it's kind of a longer piece and it does have a sort of structure to it. But most of the songs on the album just seem to sort of be a bunch of people noodling away, and I don't know, it just doesn't really do anything for me. I wouldn't really put it in the album myself, to be honest. It's just a bit like chaotic. I don't know. Unfortunately, I can only give it a 4 out of 10, and I would not put it in the new edition of the book. Now, this brings us to a point in these videos where I'm not sure how to continue, because originally I was going to do an album that I would replace an album that I didn't like in, and I do have a pile here, which is what I keep looking at, but I don't know whether to do that now or save it till the end of the whole series and do it then. But if you're interested, an album I would put in the book that isn't in the book is Giant Steps by John Coltrane, because that album is phenomenal, and for some reason it's not in the book. It's got amazing songs like Cousin Mary and Spiral. The bass playing is fantastic, the tenor sax is fantastic, and just everything about it. In fact, this is one of the first jazz albums I ever bought, and I love it. It's fan-bloomin-tastic. So there we go. I have done the unthinkable and replaced an album in the book with an album of my own selection. So there we go. That is Newport by Duke Ellington. He has a better album called Ball Mask, which I also have, which is much better. I think it's because you can hear the structure that the songs take. That's what you can't hear on this, because everything sounds far away. I have a bit of fluff connected to my sleeve, and I don't know, it's just not for me perhaps, but everyone else should try it because it is in the 1001 albums before you die book, and so you must hear it too. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think of the album if you've heard it, or all that jazz. Jazz, get it? It's a rubbish joke. So yes, thank you and goodbye.